Pay me, pay me, pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver now.
Good morning, Bix Weir, roadrunner.com with your morning horn disease, your sip of chaga coffee. Who says crime doesn't pay? JP Morgan soars after beating across the board, raising outlook. It is so easy to make money if you can cheat in every market you play in and you have the backing of the regulators. It is so easy to make money for these people. So JP Morgan beat on everything. Really interesting interview right here called Zombie Banking Crisis from Michael Pinto over on Liberty and Finance, Dunnigan over there. He says, just check out at least the first part of this video. It's on YouTube. What he says is true. All this chaos that's going on in the market hasn't even translated into what's really happening. We haven't seen the crash in the stock market yet. We haven't seen the bailouts going everywhere. We haven't seen the economy turning. We haven't even declared it a recession yet, and yet we have drama everywhere. But all that's coming. All that, the bad stuff that we have set up will happen as we go throughout the year. So hang on to your hats, my friends. Again, JP Morgan announced earnings beating everywhere except one interesting thing that caught the eye of Zero Hedge was this net investment security losses in corporate. $868 million that they don't even explain. I want to know what that is. Could it be related to silver? I don't know. Definitely probably related to derivatives, but who knows if anybody will even ask that question since a $3 trillion company or whatever ridiculous valuation it has now. And oh, by the way, they just happen to have over $50 trillion in derivatives. Now, remember what happened in 2007, 2008. Blythe Masters had really blown up in a good way for Jamie Dimon, the credit default swap business at JP Morgan. Starting in the 90s, she became a hero. And by 2007, Jamie Dimon and Blythe Masters and their friends, after blowing this massive bubble in derivatives, got out of the market, supposedly, before the crash, before the insanity of 2008. I think that's what's going on right now behind the scenes. Jamie Dimon, they're trying to get out of everything. As a matter of fact, he has a deposition coming up. And that deposition, oh, by the way, they are scaling back, right here. JP Morgan shrinks base metal business, fires dozens of traders, slashes bonuses following a series of nickel scandals. This is all about gold and silver, my friends. This is not about the base metals. And at the end of the article, they say, and the gold and silver traders are getting the boot too. Remember, Jamie Dimon sets up these massive problems and then runs away before they implode. And I think that's what we're getting to in the precious metals. Absolutely. We're running out of precious metals. We are running out of precious metals. And it just happens to coincide at the same time that Jamie Dimon is in the hot seat as sworn deposition looms for the Epstein lawsuits. He was 100% involved in that. As a matter of fact, Jenny Moonstone and I did a really good reading on Jamie Dimon and the people behind Jamie Dimon that will be posted on Private Road later today. I'll send out an email for that at roadtoruta.com. So take a look out for that one. It's really interesting, and it goes into his wife and what's going on there. So yeah, all this is Jenny had predicted this a long time ago that silver would run free when this problem is taken care of, the problem with the kids. So the other thing that's going on, before I get to silver, the other thing that's going on, the GOP circulates debt limit framework. It doesn't matter what they put in it. They aren't going to agree. It's going to be the most embarrassing thing for our country. Why not? Everything else they've done is embarrassing. The Republicans and the Democrats will never agree on another thing ever. And this has been foreseen by the crypto viewing guys. They saw the death of the dollar as Congress convening for the last time. And I think that's where we are. Everything's about to change. And we either give up control of markets, of the economic system, of the banking system, of the money system. We either give up the control to China and Russia and whoever wants to be part of that, or we pull the plug. I think Congress is ready to pull the plug, and that's this year. And it could happen in, I think, June or July. It's looking like. Historically, it's been September that the real crazy stuff happens. But if they can't agree, then nobody gets paid for the federal government. They get downgraded. All this shit falls apart, popping the derivative bubble. And that's where we are. That's how easy it is to end the game. That's why you have to have silver in your own possession. You have to have cryptos in your own possession. Cryptos are for the future. Who knows? Most likely there won't be any prices for silver or cryptos as the transition really kicks in. I hear a lot of people say, oh, they've already signed the revaluation and the quantum financial system and XRP and all that stuff. Go ahead and believe what you want. If you can't hold it in your own hands, God bless you. Good luck with that. So, yeah, keep an eye on the debt limit ceiling framework in Congress, because they can't agree on the toilet paper they use in the bathrooms of Congress. How are they going to ever agree on raising the debt ceiling? They aren't. And the Democrats and the Republicans said they aren't. They're sticking to their guns. Biden says only a blanket debt ceiling lifting will pass his signature. Okay, and the Republicans are saying, no, we would never do that. So there you go. There's your stalemate. But it's all being done on purpose, behind the scenes. This is a play. It's a show. It all has to be done before the election, if we even have another election, truthfully. The United States is being destroyed from within, and there are people fighting it, absolutely, but there are also people fighting to have it happen. A lot of the Democrats want the system to crash, so they're not to blame for being in charge of destroying the United States of America. So, lots of craziness coming down the pike. Great time to get your hands on physical silver if you can. Let's talk about silver. They're pushing the price of silver down today to $25.23. I think 25 is probably a floor. Who knows? Again, it's rigged. It's 100% rigged. The reality of what you can buy these days is a different thing. Here's APMEX. Due to unprecedented demand, a temporary $250 minimum order is now in place. I looked at some of the premiums, for example, for Silver Eagles, and they are literally off the charts for Silver Eagles. And this is most dealers at $45 for a Silver Eagle, $20 over spot price. Is that insane or what? Yeah. Because Ventures Gibson, the U.S. Mint, they're not making them. They're only making $900,000 a month, and they've fixed that number. They've locked that number in, so they make 900,000 coins a month. Completely illegal. They are required by law to make coins in quantities to meet demand. Everybody knows this, and nobody's stopping the U.S. Mint from the insanity of what's going on over there. So yes, you're going to see $20 premiums on Silver Eagles. Do I recommend buying Silver Eagles at $20 premium? I don't know. Truthfully, you're going to have, if you live in America, you're going to have some U.S. silver coinage made by the U.S. Mint, I believe. They'll give you some when the system crashes. They'll give you a lot of gold. I don't know if they're going to give out silver. I do think they're making a lot of Silver Eagles behind the scenes. Why? Because Ventures Gibson announced it 3 times. We have a greatly increased capacity and production of Silver Eagles. Well, then why aren't you selling them to the public? And anybody who doesn't understand this, there are only a couple silver bugs out there, commentators who don't understand that they are withholding massive amounts of silver. I can't help them. I can't help them see the light. It's so obvious to anybody looking that something very, very, very different is going on at the U.S. Mint since Ventures Gibson got put there. She took the place of David Ryder. What did David Ryder do? He was making 5 million coins a month, 4 or 5 million coins a month, not just in the January month either, throughout the month. And then they took him down. They took him out. He's the one who changed the silver and gold eagles, changed the back so that the eagle is adding to the nest with an oak branch. and also put in the little slot at the bottom of the coin, so you can easily put an identifier, a QR code, or whatever you need to do to identify each and every silver and gold eagle. Why would you do that? And they called it a security measure. It's not a security measure if it's just a little gap. It is a great security measure if you stick a QR code or some kind of braille system, or there's a system, diamond dust, that you can do identifier for every single coin. Every single silver eagle will be special in the future, I believe. But we'll find out. I think that's what the Cliff High's data that says there's two kinds of silver, and one's going to be extremely valuable. He thought it had to do with the electron, something within the molecular structure of silver. And Cliff's probably right, obviously. But this also would make U.S. Mint silver special compared to all other silver in the United States of America. So you need some, but buying silver eagles at $20 over, which is what, 80% premium? That's crazy. But that's crazy from the past. The future, it might be 200% premium, 300% premium. I don't know. If they outlaw other types of silver to be held by the people, except for numismatic coins, and these are designated numismatic, by the way. Silver eagles are designated in the law as numismatic. And there's a sketchy definition of numismatic. Nobody really knows what it means. But they did specify that in the Silver Eagle laws, even the updated laws, that these are numismatic coins. So, yeah, really interesting times on the road to Ruta. Buy your physical silver at a local coin shop and start with. You're going to pay massive premiums, $4 or $5 in premium just for a silver round. But so try to get what you can. A lot of the old timer silver bugs who have a shop don't watch what's going on with the COMEX. They don't understand it, so they'll sell you silver at a cheaper rate than what they can that even they can buy. They just kind of forget about it. You know, they sell other things like trading cards and watches and shit like that. But yeah, maybe you can find a bargain out there on some old silver eagles. Pre-65 coinage obviously is right up there too. That's my favorite. But yeah, now is the time for silver. This will go on like was discussed in this zombie banking crisis by Michael Pinto over at Liberty and Finance. This is just beginning. It really hasn't even begun. The reason to buy silver will be very apparent very soon. And even if things miraculously get bailed out by the Fed, you've still got, solar panels taking up 100% of the silver produced by 2050. The math doesn't make sense. I was listening to Keith Neumeyer. He thinks they're going to do 1.4 billion ounces of silver demanded this year. And that means all this silver's got to come out of all the SLV and CEF and all that for that to happen. And I think it will. I think those are the easiest places for the banksters to get their hands on physical silver. So we are in very interesting times. As of today, right now, with silver at $25, we are still giving away the Road to Ruta coin with every subscription or renewal to the private road. And we will be talking with Jenny Moonstone later today. Real excited about that. I'll be posting it. Sorry, we talked yesterday. I'll be posting it later today. I'm real excited to share this with you. It's all about the people behind Jamie Dimon and the darkness. So go to roadtoruta.com. That's what I got for you today. It's going to be crazy. Have a good weekend. I'll talk to you later.